Cheryl Hines' journey through the tempests of fame, family, and politics reads like a script she never auditioned for. One laced with heartbreak, resilience, and an unyielding commitment to authenticity. The actress, best known for her Emmy-winning role alongside Larry David in Curb Your Enthusiasm, has weathered storms that would shatter lesser spirits. The public unraveling of her husband's alleged affair, the vitriolic backlash against his controversial stances, the alienation from friends and family, and the profound grief of losing her nephew. At 60, Hines stands at a crossroads she describes as a new chapter she couldn't have foreseen, one forged in the fires of a lot of darkness. Her memoir, Unscripted, lays bare these trials with unflinching honesty, offering not excuses but explanations, a testament to a woman raised in a Florida trailer who clawed her way to Hollywood's heights, only to navigate its most personal pitfalls. The past few years have tested Hines' mettle like never before. Married to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. since 2014, she has become the steadfast anchor in a life buffeted by his polarizing persona as an environmental lawyer turned health and human services secretary. Kennedy's views on vaccines, his independent presidential run, and his endorsement of Donald Trump have drawn fire from all quarters, including his own storied family. Hines, a registered independent, has borne the brunt. Friendships frayed, whispers of judgment in poker games turned tense, and a chasm with David, her Curb co-star and a vocal Democrat who once branded Trump as sociopath. "I haven't spoken to him in a long time," she admits, imagining the lot of feelings swirling in his famously curmudgeonly mind. Yet, amid the cacophony, Hines chose visibility over silence, penning her story to reclaim the narrative. "If I'm just telling the truth about what I've been through, it makes me feel better," she says. "They're my own words, you can't misconstrue them." Central to Unscripted is the seismic shock of Kennedy's alleged affair with journalist Olivia Nuzzi, exposed last fall through her ex-fiancé's claims of a year-long liaison tied to a New York magazine profile. Hines learned of it mid-vacation in Italy, surrounded by their blended family's children, including her 21-year-old daughter Catherine, from prior marriages. The revelation hit like a tidal wave, headlines swirled, rumors festered, and insinuations poisoned the air. "I had to table my breakdown until I was alone," she recounts, the swirl of headlines overwhelming her composure. She extended her European sojourn, a deliberate pause to process the betrayal's sting. Upon returning, their reunion unfolded in the shadowed intimacy of a car, private security vigilant outside, a stark symbol of their altered reality. "I felt so distant from him," Hines confesses. "The only tethers were their 7 children, a sacred bond too vital to sever." Respect for their kids compelled her to listen as Kennedy explained, denying any romantic entanglement. Those subsequent days were a crucible of reckoning. "We stopped everything and drilled down on the truth," she writes, soul-searching conversations that peeled back layers of hurt and habit. "Through tears and tense silences, they tightened our ties that bind, emerging not unscathed but recommitted." Kennedy's denial holds firm, even as Nuzzi's forthcoming book, teased in New York Times interviews and Vanity Fair excerpts, drips with intimate details, further stoking the scandal. Her ex's fresh accusations of Nuzzi's affair with ex-South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford only muddied the waters. For Hines, coping means deliberate focus. "I stay centered on my life, my family, what I'm accomplishing." The external chatter roars, tabloids dissecting every glance, social media amplifying every slight, but she mutes it, channeling energy into writing, parenting, and the quiet joys of blended family dinners. Grief compounds the chaos. In May 2024, Hines' 20-year-old nephew Michael, who lived with cerebral palsy, passed away, a loss that hollowed her. Mourning him amid political maelstrom and affair fallout created dark times, a duality of personal devastation and public scrutiny. Michael's spirit, resilient and joyful despite physical barriers, mirrors Hines' own tenacity. Raised in Tallahassee's modest confines, she drove a dilapidated tercel cross-country to chase acting dreams, bartending through lean years while honing her craft with the groundlings. Breakthrough came at 37 with Curb, initially a one-off that blossomed into 12 seasons of improvisational gold. Larry David's misanthropy met her sunny foil perfectly, their on-screen marriage a comedic masterclass. Off-screen their bond was familial, until politics intruded. Kennedy's orbit pulled Hines into uncharted waters. They met in 2004 on a ski trip fundraiser orchestrated by David, both married then, sparks latent amid environmental activism chats. Reunited in 2010, single and serendipitous, "I was thunderstruck," Hines recalls. His blue eyes, magnetic energy, reciprocated, he later confessed, ignited a romance culminating in a 2014 Hyannisport wedding at Ethel Kennedy's compound. Blended life flourished, hikes in the Berkshires, holidays with stepkids bridging gaps. But Kennedy's 2023 presidential bid shattered the idyll. His father's 1968 assassination, 5 years after Uncle JFK's, haunted Hines. A law mandates Secret Service for viable candidates, yet delays left her vigilant. "I'd stay dressed with shoes on until bedtime," she shares, phone calls of rally threats, loaded guns asking for Bobby, chilling her. An October 2023 intruder at their LA home, arrested twice in one day, escalated fears. Post-Trump assassination attempt in July 2024, Biden greenlit protection. Hines was present July 16 when Kennedy met the bandaged ex-president. That encounter, days after Butler, Pennsylvania's horror, triggered her body's revolt. Hives erupted, lips swelled, throat threatened closure. "My body went into overdrive," she says, rushing to urgent care. The meeting's gravity, discussing life and death, Kennedy mulling dropping out to endorse Trump, mirrored their shared perils. They connected on levels, common goals, Hines notes, but stress crested. Trump's ear bandage, a bullet's whisper from fatality, underscored campaigning's roulette. Kennedy's independent run, veering from family orthodoxy, invited familial fury. Siblings decried it dangerous. Cousin Caroline Kennedy labeled him a predator upon his HHS nomination. "That was very hard," Hines laments. "I love Bobby's family, they've been important to me." Public barbs heightened security risks, upsetting her deeply. Once close ties frayed, a collateral wound. Friends drifted too. LA's passionate undercurrents, vaccine debates sparking interrogations, drew lines. Some became distant, she admits, though poker nights endure with unwavering pals. Hines navigates as an independent, advocating depoliticized health. "It's not black and white. Let's listen, not judge." Washington's pull grows, her D.C. sojourns blending policy immersion with family rhythms. Learning politics anew thrills her, "It makes me happy." Unscripted humanizes Kennedy beyond headlines. The devoted father, environmental warrior, partner whose extremes coexist with profound loyalty. Hines stays for their shared history, the man who sees her fully.